Hey everyone, it's Triple Mango Threat, and today we're talking about how you can get a salamander, and you can get a salamander, and you get a salamander. Let's jump right into it. Our commander is Gore Maldrick, and Feminologist. For 1 green and blue, we have a 3/2 human scout with you and your permanents have protection from salamanders. At the beginning of your end step, each player who controls the fewest creatures creates a 4/3 blue salamander warrior creature token. So how I want to build this deck is to be a group hug theme and to also help our opponents hit each other. So besides our commander giving salamanders away to the player with the least amount of creatures, we can actually make our opponent's creatures salamanders. We do this with Amoeboid Changeling. We're able to give target creature all creature types until end of turn, so this can make it where now one of their creatures is a salamander and we have protection from that creature as well as our permanents. The same is true with Image Crafter. We can choose a creature type other than legend or wall and then turn that creature into a salamander. So this means whatever huge or super powerful creatures they have, they're not going to be able to swing at us, which is exactly what the deck wants to do. We want all the damage that would be dealt to us be dealt to our opponents, so by redirecting that damage, we're helping our opponents kill our opponents. Peer Pressure is kind of a neat one. We can choose a creature type which will most likely be salamander, and if we control the most salamanders, we gain control of all salamanders. And what's really sweet about this is that we actually permanently keep them. Standardize is a one-time effect with it being an instant, but this can be a way to save us if our opponents have enough damage to kill us. So no, we can't repeat this awesome effect, but hopefully our opponents won't see it coming, because with the 2 mana available, they could think it's a counterspell, which could help us later. With all the creatures we're giving our opponents, we want to be able to use that to our advantage, and we can do that with goading their creatures. So we have cards like Bloodthirsty Blade. We can attach this equipment to a creature only for 1 mana. Now it is at sorcery speed, so we can only activate it on our turn, but still, for 2 mana to cast it and 1 mana to attach it, this is super powerful, especially when it gives the creature +2/+0, so if we attach it to one of our salamanders that we gave them, they will have to attack with a 6/3, and it won't be able to attack us if there's another opponent available. We get the same thing with Predatory Impetus and Psychic Impetus. Each are going to goad the creature, and it gives it more power and toughness, which will be helpful getting rid of our opponents faster. Pursued Whale. It is 7 mana, but it is an 8/8, and it gives a 1/1 red pirate that can't block, and it says creatures you control attack each combat if able. If our opponents want to target Pursued Whale, they're going to have to pay an additional 3 mana, so either they're going to have to pay the 3 mana or they're going to have a board wipe to try to remove this. This is just a really cool card to have in the deck. And last we have Sly Instigator. We can pay 1 blue and tap it to goad 1 creature an opponent controls, and it can't be blocked, so this is really annoying for our opponents, especially when one of them have a creature with infect or enough damage to start killing our opponents. Now there is a group hug theme mixed into this deck because I personally love that theme. So we have cards like Dictate a Crewfix, Heartwood Storyteller, and Rites of Flourishing. Drawing cards is super important in any deck, so in this one we're going to help our opponents draw cards in addition to making them creatures to swing at our opponents. We also help everyone with ramping with cards like Gear Per Ori, Rootweaver Druid, and Veteran Explorer. And hopefully all these lovely favors we're doing for our opponents won't make us the target. Now if we're just looking to draw cards, we have Colossal Majesty, Elemental Bond, and Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. These are sweet because we can also be getting salamanders from our commander, because Gore Maldrick says each player who controls the fewest creatures, and we fall into that category. When we do make a salamander, we can draw cards from these ones. There's also Distant Melody and Shamanic Revelation. We can draw a card for each creature we have, and specifically salamanders with Distant Melody. And just to straight draw cards, we can do this with Harmonize and Urban Evolution. Now I like Urban Evolution because we can always ramp even if we had played a land this turn, and there's a possibility we draw a land with this card. And finally, if we're wanting to win the game, we have cards like Endrace Forerunners and Overwhelming Stampede. It's likely that we're going to be the one making the salamanders for ourselves, so these cards can help us deal even more damage, and giving them trample will be super helpful. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to purchase this deck, you can do so through TCG Player. When you purchase the deck or any cards through the link in the description, you help out the channel at no additional cost to you. You can become a patron and start seeing your name at the end of these videos and get a free exclusive Ultra Sleeve each month. You can also get 5% off your Ultra Sleeve order when you use the code Triple Mango Threat. Be sure to comment down below and subscribe for more Mango content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.